to cold. All right, so we know this surface goes from hot to cold, and we would like to be able to tell what the temperature is. If I, say, want to know what is dt dx across this shape, I could do something like paint it with a temperature-sensitive paint, right? This stuff actually exists, TSP, temperature-sensitive paint. We could paint this slab of material with, and then we would be able to know exactly how this temperature changes, right? Is it linear like I'm showing here? Is it highly non-linear, right? Is it something like this? Is it like this, or is it perfectly linear? We don't know. So we're going to slap some paint on here, and we'll be able to look at it and see whether or not this is linear or non-linear. But if we start doing that, we're not going to know what dt dx is. We're going to know how this color changes along with x. And so we're going to need to know then, how does this temperature and color change with one another? Or we're going to need to know something like dc dt to be able to link back through what is actually this temperature at the red, what is this temperature in the blue, and is the paint linear in its change of color, or is it possible that this color distribution actually represents a linear change? We don't know exactly what the properties of this paint are. And so we need to build, what we're going to do is build a chain, right? If we want to start changing, and I want to know what dt dx is. That's what I want to know out of this system. But what I can track isn't dt dx, it's actually a change in color over x. Then I need to build up a chain. We're going to use the chain rule back to the original data that I'm interested in. Otherwise, I'm going to throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? If I can paint this with temperature-sensitive paint and I throw the can away, then guess what? I can easily see what dc dx is, but I have no idea if this represents a linear change, what delta t is red and blue. And so that's why we need to make careful use of the chain rule when we do this, okay?